May peace be on you all. In the name of Lord of Universe, entirely merciful and especially merciful, today I will talk about I have a thesis that's talking about the management of COVID positive cases. It has taken shape of a pandemic in the world. One thing is, uh, let me start. There is a concept in the SPM medicine at this is volume 19, page number 30 32, in the chapter of concept of health and disease. Concept of health and disease. It is second chapter in this book. It talks about principles of stuff. Let me show you is concept of health and disease is chapter 2. Chapter 2nd here is chapter 2nd, volume 19th and page number 32. Or you can just consult a newer version and you can see it in this chapter, chapter 2nd of the book. There is a concept of there is a concept of agent, host, and environment. This is a triangle. Agent, host, and environment. Agent, host, and environment to me talks about agent. Here is the COVID-19 virus. Environment and host. Host are the human beings. Its host and environment is the environment of the cell the virus attacks, or environment. It is composed of external milieu and internal milieu. In external milieu, we use things like masks, PPEs, isolation for the cases, and quarantine for the healthy people. But these methods are very expensive and they are they are not that much effective. N95 masks we use. Settle, eyes are exposed. N95 mask means 95% of infection load it will prevent, but 5% can allow. So environment talks about by one way or the other way. We are that is by one way or the other way. We are exposed to a certain load of infection that is sufficient to make us sick, ill, or dazed. There is a concept. There is a concept. Don't go to that area and don't leave that area. Don't go to that area. To me, it means you may get exposed to high level of infection, higher dose of infection that you may not bear. Your body cannot bear. Your immune system cannot handle. You can become sick or can die. One thing. Second thing, don't go to that area. If you are exposed to certain level of infection, say for example, low dose of infection by one way or the other way, you become the carrier. You become carrier. Your immune system quite perfectly deals it. You can become carrier. You can become a threat for others to become ill or to die. Second thing, don't leave that area. First reason to me, it means you can spread the disease. One thing, or you can ruin, you can carry the infection, and that is either lethal for the others. For example, you can give a small dose to others. Their immune system cannot handle it. They can multiply exponentially. Virus in their cells become ill or die. That is why it is common and it is a well-known saying, authentic saying, don't go to that area and don't leave that area. Second thing, take less food. That is, take balanced food. Take balanced food, balanced in B vitamins and nutrients that are very, very important for immune system. That is, to me, it means a lot. If you require, for example, if you require 1600 to 2000 calories, why to take it 5 times, 6 times a day? For example, you take breakfast in the morning, then lunch, then in the evening tea, then lunch, then dinner, then some fruit 5 times a day, and then sleep. That means if a meal, lighter how it is, hardly matters. You take whole uh, that that food that needs a digestion. Digestion is a citrus. Digestion is itself a citrus on the body. In citrus, the B vitamins are exponentially requirement for B vitamins is exponentially increased. For example, if any of the B vitamin we require, for example, daily recommended dose is 500 international units. In citrus, viral infection, it's itself a stress. Digestion to digest complex carbohydrates, complex proteins, polypeptides, and other things, quaternary, tertiary structures of protein into amino acids. It is a digestive stress on the body. Your level of B vitamins. The research says your level of B vitamins gets increased exponentially. For example, if any of the vitamin you need 500 international units, it is increased 3 to 4 folds for us in citrus. For example, that is 1500 to 2000 international units you may require of the B vitamin because it is needed in the immune cells, immune system. One thing, take less food. It means to me, if you require 1500 to 2000 calories, take less food. Don't take 3000, 4000, 5000 calories. Take only 1500 to 2000 calories. preferably in 2 meals, because it has a reason. Your immune system, immunity in GIT, that is a major portion of immunity that lies in GIT. Second number, respiratory tract. Third number, circulation in lymphatics and lymph nodes throughout the body. First, majority of the immunity lies in GIT. This research says this thing. You Majority of your immunity lies in GIT. For example, say for instance, if you take food, it takes 2.5 hours in the gut, in the stomach. Then further 2.5 hours हम लेके चलते हैं in intestine, duodenum, intestine, small and large. That was that is total 5 hours. For 5 meals, how many times your immune system is engaged with it to deal with the germs coming through it, or so for certain proteins, for certain complex molecules. For example, gluten is a well-known fact throughout the world. The research says your body your body sees gluten protein as a primitive bacteria. When it reaches small capillaries, blood vessels in the intestines, through physiologically get Dr. Eliso Fasano, MD, pediatric gastroenterology, French origin. You can check it from Google. That he says he is doing research on pediatric gastroenterologist. He is doing research on gluten and gut reaction and gut response pertaining to gluten. He says gluten produces small leaks between the cells by producing zonulins, and these zonulins break the adhesions of the cells and permit this gluten protein to pass into the bloodstream. Brain senses it. Brain says, this is not my own. This is something foreign. Your immune system just responded and cleared it. That means your immune system is engaged in GIT, in digestive process, and clearing things that our body sees as bugs get cleared. Your immune system is engaged. That means if you take 5 times a day, that is 4.5 hours, that is 24 for whole 24 hours. Your majority of the immune system in GIT is engaged. You take we can say, if you are daily recommended calorie doses, 1600 1700 to 2000 calories, you take extra calories, one thing, and your immune system, majority of the immune system is engaged with the process throughout 24 hours. That is bad sign, because one thing, if you take 2 times a meal, that is 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. That's 9 hours. Rest are 15 hours. Your majority of the immune system is free. I'm sorry I'm doing this. This is unconscious why I'm doing this. I don't know. I should stop it. Your immune system is free for 15 hours in the GIT, majority of the immune system that can circulate through lymphatic channels, lymph nodes, augment, help immune system, that immunity in the lungs to clear the infection rapidly. In the lymph nodes, in the head and neck, 800 lymph nodes are only in the head and neck area. Well, wallah. This research is 800 lymph nodes in head and neck area only. You can check it. Your lymph, your immune system that has been spared for 15 hours in GLD can circulate through these lymphatic channels and lymph nodes or help immunity in the lungs, trachea, pharynx, larynx to clear the virus rapidly. What people did, they derived serum, purified the serum of those positive cases who have been healed of the disease, derived and inject that serum, purified serum, in those patients who are likely to die. Inject so that they can recover rapidly. They can recover. But how many doses to give? Point of contention. Various countries, developed countries, China-like country, is not giving the information about the dose. That is an expensive process, purification, and that's cumbersome. It's parenteral process. Why not free your own immune system, immunity, free for some time, separate so that it can help somewhere else and clear the infection. Whatever, only God knows what's better. One thing. Second thing, less food, taking less food also means you take food that is lighter in digestion. That means is not having complex carbohydrates, complex proteins that need a lot of digestion for long. Take light food composed of oils, ghee, butter, avocado, that fruit, but oily in substance, oily in nature. That's oily fruit, tasteless. Avocado is costly too. You can take other B vitamin rich fruits, citrus fruits, you can take it. Vitamin C has a role, vitamin D has a role, zinc has a role, selenium has a role, definite role. You can take them, but control. One more thing I want to talk about. This virus attacks respiratory cells. For example, we wear the mask through eyes, eye mucosa. It can infect the cells, epithelium. It can go through nasal contact into the nose, and infect there. Then go through mouth. It can go to throat, nose. It can go to throat ultimately. If your research says if you are a lot of mucus producing people, you can sip it out with the mucus. You can sip it, discard it. And these people are relatively protected. If this mucus goes inside, it can go into stomach, it can go into lungs. If it goes stomach, it has to deal with high acidic medium in the stomach. It will die. If it goes into lungs, it can infect. Research says the same. My point is, if we empty the cells, those it infects. That is environment. Cytosol cells interior is milieu interior. This is cytosol is the environment for the viral infection from one cell. Listen it. From one cell, it produces of the order of 10,000 daughter viruses. Because it finds readily energy available there. For example, glucose in the cytosol in the cell is stored in the form of glycogen kept aside so that anytime cell can take glucose molecule from that using mitochondria aerobic pathway and produce ATPs. This is readily available energy to the cell. ATP बनेंगे at faster rate. वायरस यूज करेगा रेप्लिकेशन के लिए. Viral load as a result of order of 10,000 viruses वहां से दे रहे होंगे एक सेल से. our our body is made of 50 to 100 trillion cells. If you take only 1% in the respiratory system, it will be more. 1% or 2%, that is 1 trillion in the system. That is paranasal science, trachea, lung science, alveoli, all those. It can be more. It is almost 5%. Almost ज़्यादा होगा, 1% ज़्यादा होगा. We will take it 1%. That is 1 trillion. 10⁻15 if I am not wrong. Next, that is 10⁻16. 10⁻16. 10⁻16. 10⁻16 viruses you are वहां से निकलेंगे. Because क्यों? Because readily available, easily available energy stored in the cell in the form of glycogen that is available for oxidative pathway, oxidation in the mitochondria, वो virus 16 viruses. हम 10⁻14 मान लेके चलते हैं. निकलते तो सही है, निकलते तो है at early stage, and that is a huge number of our immune system without helping immune system to augment or to help immune system की help किए बगैर ये इतना viral load clear करना पड़ा मुश्किल. If we empty these cells, the energy that is stored in lymphocytes in the form of lipids is not readily, easily available to the cells locally. That is fat locally stored in interstitial barriers. In anatomy, in this section, we have seen it is small fat stored between the one tissue and another tissue. Valhalla. This fat stored, this is not readily available to the cells and easily available. Cells use glucose that is stored in the cells in the form of glycogen and packed at some site in the cell. If we empty these cells by way of ketosis and autophagy, that Oshinori Yokoshimi has talked about. He got a Nobel Prize on saying this. He worked almost for 40 years on this and he got a Nobel Prize. And he says, and people have taken this thing, ketosis, autophagy, further ahead. And Oshinori Yokushin says we only know 30% of ketosis, how it functions. If we empty the cells, if we empty the cell, as the result number derived is less. That is of order of 1000 बनेंगे वहां से या 500 वायरस बनेंगे जो जितना एम्प्टी कर पाएगा. It takes minimum three days to empty cells of the glucose. Minimum 3 days. One thing, he got a Nobel Prize. No, he says, we only know 30% of ketosis process. For what he got Nobel Prize. He says many things about it. His research says many things about it. You can read it yourself. It was just passing a reference. What empty cells, as a result, final viral load will be low. That is of order of 10 or 13 or 14. Our immune system can clear it. Possibility है it's clear it. मैं नहीं कहता हूं, I'm not saying if from any number of cases, if 10% have died, definitely they will die. They will have to die. This process will say 5. This process will help. This process will save 5. 5 will die. This is to reduce mortality due to the viral infection. Corona here is concerned. One more thing. Why to go in ketosis autophagy? How it helps? It says if you go for ketosis, if you go in ketosis and autophagy, your immune cells in the immune system are replenished. Old army is replaced. Old army in immune system is replaced. A new army of cells, a new army of cytokines, tumor necrosis factors, and other things, and natural killer cells and other immunoglobulins. The old ones are replaced by younger generation of cells. Those can take the work ahead to clear the infection. This ketosis and autophagy. Ketosis and autophagy replaces the army in your immune system by new warriors that can help. It is quite possible give balanced nutritious diet. If you recap 1600 to 2000 calories, give that much energy. Don't go from rice or gluten because body sees gluten and certain proteins like casein as views them as they are primitive bacteria. Let me clear them first. So engage with there cannot help. Free that immune system, you can help, you can augment other immunity at other levels. One more thing. In all other tissues, you may have read, we have read in medical college that in all tissues, all other organs, whatever it is, except few. There is a blood supply that is coming from the heart. There is a channel for blood supply that is going towards heart. There is another thing that is called nerve fiber. Along with it, there is another thing that is called lymphatic channel along with lymph nodes circulating that area. If you if you free majority of the immune system from GIT for a long duration of time, say for example 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours, depends. This much of immunity, immune cells, immune system will circulation circulate in the channels, lymphatic channels, circulation of lymph will be increase. जहाँ कहीं भी इंटरस्टिशियल फ्लूइड में वायरस फटेगा, निकलेगा सेल से, आएगा, उसको ये फ्लूइड सर्कुलेशन ज़्यादा होने की वजह से और नई सेल्स होने की वजह से क्लियर तो कर पाएगा, एंड chances are the guy may live than chances of guy may die. That is the hypothesis I'm talking about. This is the process in a nutshell. How to calculate calories? Even even an even a layman person, even an ordinary person having education just 6th standard, I have devised a process how to calculate calories. He takes how to calculate calories he uses in 24 hours. It's a very simple process. I am not saying it is accurate, but it is almost accurate. That means, for example, if a food substance gives you 50 calories, my method can calculate it easily, calculate it up to 48 calories. 48 or 50 में कितना difference? Just two. That's negligible. We can take that. 48 is also two-digit number and 50 is two-digit number. 2 calories आगे पीछे, इन 2 calories का फर्क आगे पीछे चलता है. God willing, I will talk about immunity. Lord willing, I will talk about immunity in the next video. Goodbye for today. That is all.